Hi, it's Malcolm here and welcome to another video. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. I'd be really grateful. Anyway, today we're going to look at the Greyhorse Bot and the Dob software and using the two together to automatically trade. So we'll go over some of the results so far, then we will look at some of the Greyhorse Bot settings, and then we will go over to the Dob software and discuss the settings there and exactly how you set it all up. Okay, so I started testing again on Friday, and you'll see that there's a loser there. Then we go through a stage of about 54. I think there's actually 55 winners before our next loser, and then some more winners, and then another loser. Notice that there's like 3 in this race, so there are a couple of things we need to discuss. So generally it's been working okay. I mean, that's roughly a point a day's profit over the 3 days, so the 18th, 19th and 20th, and we're set up for trading today, and I've slightly changed it today, and I'll come to that in a bit as well. Okay, so there are a couple of things that you need to know. So if we go to options in the Greyhorse Bot, obviously I'm not going to talk about stop loss and stop profit. You can set them how you want, as always. You know, if you want to stop at a loss of whatever, just stop, and don't worry about it. Any of those you can set yourself, and there's plenty of tutorials on that within the Greyhorse Bot area. I've changed today to stake percentage of bank, and 0.5% of my bank. My bank is £21. My session bank is £21, which is basing it on. So that's just over £1 or something start stake, which is pretty close to where we are. And then depending on whether we win or lose, that stake will go up or down according to the bank. So that's the first thing you want to do. You can set to just stake if you want, which I've been doing up to now, but I decided to go to stake percentage of bank. The only other thing that you need to look at is trading, and because we're trading 3 ticks, so enable trading, trade in play, because we're going to go in play with this if we don't get matched before. Now I start looking at the races 60 seconds before the race. You can do it when you like. So that's when the bot will place the first bet into Betfair at whatever price it is at that time. And then a second later, it will, as soon as it knows that bet's matched, it will start trading. So it will put the trade bet into the market, which is 3 ticks below the whatever price was matched by Betfair. So wait for the bet to be matched. Once it knows what it's been matched at, it will then put another bet in 3 ticks below it. I haven't got a close-out position because I find that that's not working with this idea, but you can certainly try it if you don't want to lose your whole stake if things go wrong. The whole idea here is to just see how we can get on, even if we lose our stake now and then, but still continue hopefully to make money. And that's pretty much it. In the session, use sure odds. That makes sure your bet will be placed. The best chance you've got of getting it matched by Betfair anyway. And I always suggest you use session bank and not your full bank. I also tick going running if not matched, just to double check that, but you might want to tick that. Nothing in ladder stakes, nothing in Dutch, nothing in non-runners, and nothing in horse form. So basically that's all the settings are. So you set your stop loss how you want. So if the only thing I'd say here is some people just go for a certain profit a day. So if you wanted to say go for, I don't know, 1% profit a day, or let's just say I wanted to go for 0.5% profit per day, and so I set that to PL based on bank percentage rather than a number, so that becomes a percentage rather than a number. And if I reset auto daily limit, then it will redo that every day. So you might want to do that. But I'm not going to do that because I want overall, I want to see what it's doing. So I'm just going to put that back to where it was 999. So I'm not really worried about it at the moment. apart from that, and I'm not going to reset auto daily because I just want to see how the session profit goes up and down. Make sure that's on horses. API doesn't matter anymore, and live trading. Okay, so save that, go OK, and then that will save all your settings. And then all you have to do is go up to session, server tips, and add your Dob link in here, which we'll come to. Make sure that's enabled. Add your Dob link. CSV is what you want. Now this check every minutes won't actually matter. I would set it at 30 because after 9:30 nothing changes unless for some reason you're using a specific timing like 11 a.m. but even that won't matter. It will check every 30 minutes, and once it's loaded, so I wouldn't worry about it. The tips won't change, so just set that for 30 minutes, and that saves our servers a bit more of you than when people put 1 or 5 minutes, where it's like constantly hitting our server and then constantly hitting Betfair server. So you really want to put that out to 30 minutes if you can. Okay, so they're the settings on the bot. Let's have a look at the Dob software. Okay, so I'm just going to reset this while we're here because I was mucking about with it. Okay, so we're talking about Avg1 selections. So the first thing we'll do is set this to Avg1. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to go back to that loser we had on the 18th and show you something. So if we go back to the 18th, and these are all the selections that day, and as you can see there was lots and lots of them. Okay, so that first loser was Dom Perry. Now if I'd have been trading manually, I wouldn't have been on Dom Perry, I would have been on Aston Villa. Okay, but it was a bit of a weird race if I remember rightly, because there were 1 or 2, maybe even 3 that were the same. I can't remember. So if you look at the Dob average 66, they were both exactly the same. So you know, your argument would have been one or the other. Now if you have a look at the results on the bot, you'll see that there was 2 in that race, 2 in that one, 2 in that one, 2 in that one, 2 in that one. And you get these odd 2s or 3s sometimes, like the last one of yesterday was 3 in the race. So, you know, one didn't Dob and I lost, or maybe, yeah, probably just 1. But that, because there was 2 in a race, this made a lot of difference to the actual trade. So it's hard to know whether to do 2 or 1. Now, the other way you could do it with the Dob software is look at the tips. Okay, so if we do a tipster count of at least 1, okay, so we know one tipster has actually confirmed that they like that runner, at least one tipster. So that actually got rid of that runner anyway, and you'll find it get rid of some of the losers. And I think that other one, let's just go back, which was on the 20th, which is this one here. If we go up to 20th and get the results, I don't think that runner appears anymore. So yeah, you can see 1610, sorry, 1610, you can see that doesn't appear anymore. So again, it didn't have any tips going for it, so basically it wasn't selected. So there's one thing you can do to make it better. The other couple of things I do is I only go for UK races, which I've just put in today, so you can add that in now. And also I only go for races of 1 mile, 2 furlong or above, which is that one there. And there's one other thing you might want to have a look at, and that's handicap races only. Now that actually, as soon as you go to handicap, it will drop the amount of races, and it drops it a little bit, but it might be worth doing. And there are probably other filters that you can do. Now you'll notice that sometimes if you look down that there's only 1 tick on that one. Don't forget I'm going 1 minute before the off, so there could have been a price drop to make up that 2 ticks or whatever. It isn't showing up in the 10 minutes, but that doesn't, you know, prices go up and down all the time within 10 minutes. So that 3 ticks could have been done at any time. So it could have been just before the off or just in play, but we got them. It shows that we got them, so it's probably it got matched before the off. And here you can see there's one of those 3 in a race. Now if you don't want to have several runners or more than one runner, you can tick this option. It doesn't actually show up in the results at the moment, but it will show up in the link. So yeah, just tick that button and then it will only show one selection in the race. And that's basically all you need to do. You can save the system once you're happy with the one that you want. And then obviously if you go down and find the bot link, grab the full bot link and then take it into Greyhorse Bot and then push start, and we will be ready to go. And then the bot will monitor the races. If it's in your price range, I've set a price range as high as 50. I'm not sure about that still, but it doesn't seem to be making that much of a difference. And also, like I said, if you want to have handicap only or tipsters, one tipster or more, I think the one tipster or more works really well. And obviously the more filters you put in, the less selections there will be. So think about that, but I kind of think that the less selections is better anyway. And you could stop at any time during the day if you put a stop loss in. So I think that about covers everything. Obviously you need to make up your own mind about what filters you actually end up with, but you can use any that you want, and you can try other things like using Avg1 and Avg3 selections together. If you select one there as well, that actually works quite well as well. Again, that will cut down on the selections again, but it does help. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching. As I said, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up. That always helps. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.